Weisha Faharja, Gurmil Magi, Sartvet Energia and shot and you for Hinya Sholu Namyan, shot Gaeilge Energia. Thanks very much for being with us. This Mr. Cron McLaughlin, Carla Bard, come and eat the nervy, so we're touching Jarmat, the Conus Large Ladini, Le Govlin and Nurse, Octashi, just mighty Veharash in Shomra Ladini, the Janta Hela, Egg Large for payroll, a William Clickness Aginia. The Stoke could be a postus amsa, no, couple of weeks ago, Ladini are. My job here today is probably to just thank certain people. Because Boylum, Arnaya Ardus, Tushiklan, our ambassador in Lena. I'd like to start with our ambassadors. Shane Seneg is Cormac. The Cormac and one Folema, the couple of Glenaners. What be sure if I get them. Because by Shin the Feckle in our photo television shiny. Agus Boylum Arnaya Armwake is O'Cree Agawa and then our Nurahori. She shin first the Gaeilge Arnaya at Igoni on Dewey. Agus a reached them Lena Energia. Agus crew Energia at Igoni Inta Takachling ni feature shit and no hana yanu, ni feature low and no hana yanu, agus the Govlin and it was Murach Energia and ni fuck much and shot. So Gurmila Mahagi. Agus is stoke gur be posta samsa in a yi shin no an fogra television don fleeing and knock do ag sorry yanam shin boilum just break us O'Cree one ella I just want to have one more heartfelt thanks. Come winter na heffica shot in the Gaeilge agus winter na féla shin orla agus an crew leg a current shot a leg Kela or one who's stolen the gapula blian nimi on rode agus to my fear wake agus boilum shin ara harkiana vard. Without further ado, Maria, Boylum, Bidger, Folk Television, Sheachtain, Gaeilge, Energia, Fiafiado, and Nocta, August Bonagi, Salt, Gurmil Magi.
This year marks 120 years of Sheachtain Gaeilge, and now is a great time to make it your new tradition. In ein Tinchalmer the Hin John Hain.
Well, Bahatangi Lord. So start with the couple of fucker.
Akoja, Curve Aguli, Downey Ear. Get yourself a new tradition, the Sheachtain Gaeilge, Le Energia.
Bílinn, Glockport to Sheachtain Gaeilge, Le Energia, on Gaeilge Law, Gajin Sheachtu Lodge Gawar.
You gotta remind a funny. Boylum Bidger, Louis Man Wakes a tag in the Energia, Boylum Bidger, Falcha, Hur of Amy, Chartan Arja, August couple of fuckler, O Energia, Amy.
Sure, Muggets. Do you've Galer, Corja, August Falcha? Probably going to echo crew a bit, but not will she go hauling bet on Shaw Le Kayla is Shomra Ishtig Gun Sheachtain Gaeilge Le Energia Feha Do a Hiola. I'm delighted to be here today on behalf of Energia in our 6th year as sponsor. Although 6 years feels like a tiny drop in the ocean of the 120 years that Sheachtain Gaeilge has now been on the go. Isn't that just absolutely amazing? Cogordis more le gach dina o Cunra na Gaeilge. Tommy's ag Kelura tradiisiúnta nua im Líana, new traditions. An bhfuil wordle dainta ag gach dina new fuckluck fader. I'm sure we've all picked up a few new traditions over the last couple of years. And in Energia, Tommy ag súil gomór le dolarash san ofig agus rangan na Gaeilge mí na Márta that we do every year, our Irish classes for staff. Agus beg pop-up Gaeltacht le Rugby Lions in RDS freshen. Agus beg meet egg tahu le egg taki le factus fogrita telefish agus radio agus na man so shielta. Agus Tommy ag súil gomór le féile hybridach im Líana agus go méid seansa gach dina port a ghlacha. Tá ambassadóí úntaach a gcuing a rís in Líana gur méad amach agcuibh Cormac Sene agus Shane. Tá súla gom, we're really looking forward to seeing what new traditions you guys are going to adopt for the festival this year. Agus tá cinnte gur trúir tiúncura den sco atá gcuing. Agus tá seans a gcuing go léir inmh gealtanas ó thuairt. Go méid go léir more tiúncura that we can all be influencers this year for Sheachtain Gaeilge Le Energia. And I'm going to make my own personal commitment to conquer fuckluck every day. Finally, I'd like to give Míle buíochas to Orla agus an Fuireann go léir Every year they bring massive commitment and passion to delivering a fantastic festival. You guys are brilliant to work with. We really enjoy working with you in partnership. Agus tá féile ag dul ó neart go neart gach bliain. Agus sinné úmsa, gur míle maith agaibh.
Okay, so Liam would dear Gustaf Martin on True Ambassador atá agad Lína, Cormac O'Hara an Creator Ahanda, Senny Nupu, Realta Rugby agus Realta TikTok, Realta Fairmuirta, Shane O'Sullivan, aka Kerry Cowboy. Tá
TV show.
Sure, Chunkra, mar Louis Amy and sin. Tá can show you enough kind of us Gaeilge, a bit of Sperla as well. We'll do a mix of both. Liam would stock lots of Senny or these. Why is Irish important to you?
Yeah, I'm not born in Ireland, and so I really hope that no one is offended that I'm so passionate about it. My husband and I, when we first moved to the west of Ireland, we found it was really important to immerse ourselves in the community, like genuinely. And I think we grew up bilingual. I speak Samoan and English. And when we moved to Japan, we learned Japanese as well. So when we moved to Ireland, we felt it really important to just get immersed and learn what the culture was about. So we knew the way of life for Irish people, and we actually fell in love with it. I must have said at the start, like, Gaeilge Naga, thank you for the opportunity as well to have me a part of the Sheachtain na Gaeilge Energia campaign for the 120th year, because certainly I'm just here representing beginners of the language. I'm very much a beginner, and these guys are still teaching me in the other room just different phrases and words, and certainly, you know, I'm just here just genuinely passionate to understand Irish language and to be part of it, and certainly as an aspect of belonging to something and playing rugby, it's really important for me to connect to the community.
You'll be able to add Gaeilge to that list of languages now.
We have it on the pitch actually. Some of our teammates name some of the moves in Irish.
God, can we leave now? If you're talking now with Samoan, Japanese,
what other languages do you speak, Cora?
Kerry.
Shane, on Cash Kane and Ditcha, like, why is Irish important to you? Can you focus on Gaeilge top of the pitch?
Is stocha mar dúirt sné an slin chuidar bhéanúlaachta sé hí agus braham leis go bhfuil díocht déag ina buinte sin deangan. Nar han tú líomhas a Gaeilge braham go mór go míon asnamh sa bhíor le má féidir tú féin chuir núil mar ceart mar na bhfuil na nachanna ann agus an fála sin is stocha tá beorlan sa le cadé céad a chuige blion gáchiad mar sin.
Road.
Ach an gán há sé díanta dúine, há sé díanta gona féin thar na mílte blian agus stólam gur bhí tanga ar manam í bítar.
An Cormac, tá tú ag obair sa radio le fada ná. Well, not Rowan, but the folks are you've been working in radio for a couple of years. Caird a an rud is fearr leat faoi the job. What's your favourite thing about your job?
For my job,
No, faoi the job.
Okay.
Well, maybe it is Gaeilge.
Well, actually, into me, agus I'm an dora the Nasca, I think. And rather sort of for my job now, I can't nadini, agus dúirt duine éigean na múra bháin, nar tú go bar a gréaltúireacht nó neidirtúireacht, tá sé iontach mar fan tú blaise go híal daoine éagsúla, so daoine tá go bar a leis, daoine tá beo bocht, daoine tá an sever, daoine tá go bar san cuairteaní, daoine tá go an prísún. So ring siad lehan daoine fan tú blaise gan méid atá le rá go gon dearcatá go. Agus ar bhealach tá man anna sin a Nasca go díreach, an sin rud is deise for my job le Sheachtain na Gaeilge is an Gaeilge mar ceann le rudí thug an Gaeilge bhfuil sílam ná dearca eile an súil eile mar deir TG Cairach. Tá sé sin fíor tá fogla tá stór fogla eile agat a nuas ar a Méarla nó Seapánis nó Samoan nó Kerry. What is that? Bhfuil tú ná cruisíí an ar rud agus it's mór an cruidiúéis sin. So búil le daoine éagsúla agus dearca éagsúla.
Agus bíon tú dír scéalt nuachta ar the Clór Radio, and chuid is mó, céad iad na scéalta nuachta is fearr leat. They're like, what are your favourite kind of stories? Like, what's your favourite thing to talk about?
Definitely COVID restrictions. Masks or no masks, I don't know. Well, sinné ar bhealach scéalta aon rud seachas COVID mar, you know, le gá bliain na glantaí COVID. Ach na scéalta is fearlam like smalam ding dong political camera. You know, it's grown ladini orhe. I know you're grown ladini, like, but it's smalam lord ladini to passion to free cén stro to the guarantee of a bit in the grocery launch in the education or whatever. Agus as aintoch me leis nu aintoch me leis. Maar the limit really passionate fwy. Like the really need the vision. That will mar tan tí the goals that stro cart. Maar dat dini on gur cumalo fwy rud again. The more la lawr fwy,
Yeah, and put in on a runner. That then again on a fashion the fwy. That you declared. Sana and Chin. Conisker hus or King Fall Beidir gur husy too again rugby. Like why did you start playing rugby? How did you get into it? Was it family influences? Was it school influence?
I started when I was 13 years old, and just because it was a thing to do in the community and watching my brother play rugby, so I just wanted to get involved.
And do you think it's something that you would encourage other people to get into as well?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, I mean any form of sport, but I love rugby. So.
I guess nerd thought you gamer rugby. If you're about to go out to play a rugby match, and will ritual is there anything you do before a match to get kind of into the right mindset?
Music is a big thing for me on the day of a game. On the day of a game, a mixture actually, and some of our team songs would be the Christy Moores and those, but I actually on the game day for the last game day for Ireland, for example, and pretty much over the years I'd be the hair salon, so it's I'd be doing all the girls' hair, and they'd come in sort of into my room and
so you're the hairdresser before you
I'm the hairdresser and you go and see all the photos and my hair's the worst so I haven't got a chance to do my own, but so that's part of my sort of distraction, but obviously we've done all the prep during the week.
Yeah, of course.
What would you do now with Shane's hair?
No, I was going to ask you, Corey, would you do that with Sarah's hair? So Jane's with hair.
No comment. No.
Well, ain't pre-show rituals. I could say. I know like lots of musicians would do meditation or listen to music or.
They're just about on and on.
Yeah.
We on. They're in my government radio on the Gaeilge and each main scale shot MI hain right. And we may more actually let's say Hus and Clore a cuig. We may on a cuig tradition cuig or whatever. It's being a later her bocht fachne shit. Can't share a microphone raw. Tá Broner and tá Cormac just said a malach agus. So Karen is very enough just gaudy and so lame as chance serious or my fuck the go machas my hair on, So just van on.
Just van. Shane, ní mutation arm the universe. And Kai may cogordi is a roll at Martha, Flora, Nua, August, TG Gar, new Bay Shay, Moa, Airball, One and Shay, Beanie Yoga, August Nahanvaha, it's about young people and their pets.
I'm Dora that there should not care to the Bruno.
August, I'm thinking of Yellow Michaela. Truck a second, top Mert, the second Gerkurti Rodemacher and Mano, she had to run a shop and you're looking for kids to take part in the Clore Nua, so I'll give you 30 seconds to tell us why we should take part in your show. Well, we're all too old, but Beanie Yoga, a Cormac wardrobe.
Is not a good dish to call in our read of the Gaeilge or Kian the TJ. If they're in the Fish stock of the National Altar Mian, I was managing to draw them in the reviews against and reviews on the Hockle and this Nahan. We've drawn them out, Clore, Marchinon, give yet another fair pair of the with spatial one. I guess the stock will meet on so Sheachtain Gaeilge either her Keen and Tanga. I guess more Rahan than equal hogs when Ganesh for then the glow or he lowered the tongue and Hoshin Rihochtach. I guess just offering for great thing of Master in the tape you all in audition or WhatsApp. It's not a hawk, not a hawk. I hate it, tree hawk, and they are cooing a hawk the door.
Well, they do for them, Clore. I know you can go over and Verm, so they do on a clock the Anvahags by on crack with their Aaron Clore, I'm sure. Aaron Verm, Kelly and Brothers Farlat, Fween job. Is Moontoray Shane Freshen, so Tog Galore Hotty August. Kelly and Brothers Farlat, Fween a bed over Aaron Verm.
Aan de gisteren al eerder, maar die downlink van de kern die is direct kunnen ver, maar gaan we nog veel langer dus je moet horen de kaartu screw the door die machine, dus is de mean gaan maar bij een tarakor magoni, die Argentina mee en mee neger. Die downlink die is gerne aan de baan mee veen. Agus is wie je koosje kant, koos zo nog. Er heeft law machine gom, de faden law. Neer de dingen gom maar kind u wil gacht geen kan kabel. Agus kabel. De gaan naar wel gom perod. Just wie simply of daar in de windlash. Agus léir se dem chomag, which a chotácht dom Gora an dúchas hágam se hánig mo bhharró Ián mar agus hánig maithras na sléitih go se cotáchtú am bheith mo féin éir agus an síplíigh sin a bheith gom níos is ríist a sinnas. A se nás a mindfulness nó arachas bíon an feintar sin na lentasa agus stocha le sé an túthe bín sin lánachán.
Ja, beit an an ever sin huiir de Cormac mar tá cé gohfuil Cormac cóthóg sin tápáistí. Spéidir go méid spéis a go bhar glóir, but
Dúir tú job go mór.
Ágan
nílas a go bhfuil patí agad freisin, ach tá tú tógáil fáistí le Gaeilge. Cén fá gnearna tú an cinenne sé dhéanamh?
Oh, well, ní dhéanana é ar aon chala chaile. Bheit sé go chiús go thomláin mí nádartha an béirla leart mo fáistí. Agus óil mar hapta sé go le inis mar dúir sé hain agus...
Dúir go an níos ceart an glóir.
Agus tá láirín sé gainglumm go nádartha, you know. Is all in rudéis sin. Tá sé níos deisian na mar cheap mé bheith sé, you know. Ach láir me sé gainge le óin mar láir móhar sa gainge lumsa, agus láir muide gainge sa málan ar bhí mise óg.
So ní raibh ceist faoi.
Ní raibh ceist riamh faoi, you know. Sin ceist bheith hána an láireach óin gainge ar aislam. Agus buchs le dia. Mar tarlíonn sé sin, gomininic ggóhaigs tíb mún go bhéalteach láirín tuismór a bháin beidir gainge agus marall ar an timpplacht go leor béir le hart. Láiríonn an páiste béir le ais. Tarlíonn sé sin. So sin okay, mar bín gainge ag an báiste agus sa deir hir hall tu an páiste agus láidir a gainge go nádar sin tuismór sílam. Ach, ní raon ceist faoi, agus na cúiseannaí eile ar fad, na buntaistí bhain leis. Tá tú dúirt áchar faoi le an páiste grúpa cóirde nua a bhaú, grúpa na gainge, deis na fóstaíochta eile, deis na fóstaíochta gainge. Tá nasc agus cómhá sílam ag pobl na gainge le chéile. So, bhfuil mis le duine cinnte lehan agus thosamid i láirt i méle sular hiigmid grub gainge an dáilrán. Agus an sin go hiad go thomláin ar a tuirt, bhí cinál cómhá an, bhí nascán, you know. Hiig mé ceas ar tháinig an duine sin. Agus ní beagán rud é sin is sílan le mar tá go leor daoine sílan le cinál bhuineach i gahar, le breanamach an sin tá na milliún, tá mílte daoine milliún go le duine blanc lia. Go leor a go bhuineach. Aineann bhfuil daoine ar timpeall arú. Ach a bobbal na gainge tá muid sáte bhfuil is a den nimachtaí le chéile. Agus ní hasín mór an dua leis an gáirdís ascail a gainge.
Anna bhfuil tú dógasach don chéad glún eile sin le go dtíobh na Gaeilge a bhar glún do fáistí.
Sin cheiste tá bhfuil is a dó híomh táchaí na gainge. Ba gainge an wad so na iteration mai muide éí. Sin cheiste tá na mai pobl láir go gainge léúán. Sin ní tin cheist. Ba gainge goí le lí ba gainge goí gar na Gaeilge ach mai na Gaeltachtaí an, sin cheist. Agus sin ní cheist bhfuil is le dar íar for a second ach go sin ní cheist an rialtas agus ó hí ban neistíocht agus chur seirbhí si ar fáil sí an na gainge. Gon phobal láirín gainge le chéile bhfuil is ar a gar ruúa nó an éonáid go na chéirí go na náú, an éonáid go gainge. Agus an sin takeíocht a bhuairt go na daoine sin ar na baillte sin a báistí ó a gainge. Sin ní tin cheist bhaine sin éí. Ba Gaeilge scoilnaí an, ba daoine ar nuas muide an le láir a scoilinge na clia. Ach mai pobl an ar éon bhada a bháin ar bíon gainge an teanga cumarsáid an nádartha tá sa siúpanú an efig a fáisnú sa sépal na péáid bhfuil sa sin ní cheist.
Yeah, okay. Agus sanna an bhfuil tú dógasach faoi howcí on rugby na maná? Like, how do you feel when looking forward to say the future of rugby and women's rugby, say in 5 years' time? Where do you see women's rugby in 5 years' time?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'd see it thriving, globally thriving, and certainly in Ireland. There's already a number of girls wanting to get involved. The Energia AIL competition at the moment has been pretty strong, and I know a lot of young girls are picking up the sport. But certainly in 5 years' time, there'll be stronger pathways, so there'll be more opportunities for young girls to have a look at our female players who actually the Energia AIL final, and a few of the games will be on Tijikara this year too, so all of that visibility is so important.
Yeah.
So I think with all that comes a bit more of a clearer and a bit more robust pathway, and just more opportunities for girls and women to play rugby.
And definitely TG4 has given those games a much bigger platform, and then the support from Energia makes a big difference.
Absolutely, and I think that what I love about TG4 is like holistically the involvement of females in the game, not just as the players and showcasing the Interpros, for example, last year, but certainly getting my teammates who are Irish speaking involved from a punditry perspective, and so overall it's just been a wonderful opportunity to showcase the females as not just players, but certainly from a connection to the community and their own culture and their sense of pride for speaking Irish, and that's really, really important, and we just need the men to do a bit more of that too.
Agus Shane, ag leir an a good question if we dogus so got one do dogus up if we Gwini Oga, like obviously you have how many followers on TikTok?
Didn't know where to start.
No, you don't. I checked yesterday and I can't remember. I think it's 117,000.
177, like 77.
No, that's fine.
And there's only 176,999 were women.
It's so good being to a jag on Dini Yoga and Harford. Like, do you see TikTok and other social media platforms mar ordan malish and Gaeilge Curtin Keen?
Gandát níor van tidirlína gúine go bhfuil dí gábhíle sa dé nó héon díag na marsin, but níor os buinte gluiste me Sheachtain son. Stocha gur hos níos amach ar Twitter, bhí gá tána gnóm go bhíotá gan Lord. Gaeilge bháin ar Facebook, agus an son Twitter sinna fá go hos níos an son. Achan níos há méid sin ám, achan tú ar Instagram agus TikTok agus rudaí, há méid sin lehanna gán, agus ní bháin lehanna go há buna ar óla mórí agus sa gírig, gan na bhúna do gine, ach gná rudaí a níos féin acu agus iad si bhean na gana,
Yeah, sinna rud is Ireland, like go bhfuil daoine just ag genmh gná rudaí dhéanaan daoine as beirla nó aontang eile, but
sinna rud agus thóra i mo chás féin is docha leis bhar meoracht, há méid sin foclán ná beocha daoine tuis ná bhuiid sin reachtan féin dua agus ní bheocha le héad clisteacha. Fuamháin há focail fáil mo gomsa fé lettuce is smidges rudaí nach gur an puins béisián mar dúirt cormach an son nar há se scoil an éiste tú leis. Íonáis pobl ann dígsta,
So céim héad ar latte?
Op de báín, and sinna flat white nor dagen. Báín go bhile gúine, sinna sais gansaí nó gáin hagan amach le ceann bánara, sinna báín.
And nuair hosí tú amach ar TikTok ar the TikTok, like an route, like ar ceaptú riomh go mbeadh an méid siad landúirí agat, or just ar kind of ar tharla sé hairíthe?
Tharla sé hairíthe, agus ní leon tána gom féin ar iadrih just is mar daoine an bhadra. Sin ile tám. Ná ní rás asúil go dárlach sé mar tharla agus méid deis ná feachta gom do bhar na Gaeilge agus do bhar an bhadra, bhí me cuioine barúrah cad a bheocha gom gan iad.
Look at you now. Sene, on gapan who goes spás in down and rugby than Gaeilge, you've mentioned, you've touched on a little bit. Do you see opportunities kind of in the rugby world to promote Gaeilge, to use Gaeilge?
Yes, 100%, absolutely. Like it's like even for me, all of like I should say like all the gra and appreciation to my teammates and just my colleagues and just peers around me who speak it, and that naturally kind of like also wanted me to learn it as well. So because of that environment, you naturally gravitate to wanting to be within that. So the more that happens in different environments, in the workplace or in your sports teams, the only that like it's just such a wonderful thing, I think, and it's just I don't know, it's just I've just genuinely feel so like it's incredible just to listen to you guys and to the way that the language is spoken, and it's definitely one of the hardest languages I've ever tried to learn, 100%, but certainly it's just, I suppose it's just that sense of pride and the connection to the culture and tradition of it, and also like as a kind of side note, I think the other thing as well, which is really important, is reminding, I've said it to my teammates, we say it all the time, but the athleticism is in the DNA, like world-class athleticism is in the Irish DNA, and certainly the linguistic ability to express yourselves and ourselves within the community and wider and then globally is, I think, such a special opportunity. So yeah, the more your peers speak it, the better it is.
And you were saying that some of your teammates, I know Emer Considine, who you know quite well, she was an ambassador in Gaeilge or Fela. You're saying you've other friends who would speak some Gaeilge to you.
Honestly,
Yeah.
all of my teammates speak it, and that's why it just impresses me. I just like, whoa, I love it, and I just love, that's how connected we are to the culture and the community. And literally it's so inspired by my teammates, and even my workmates, like some of the guys in the office, or like my teammates at trainings, you know, they'll drop a bit of kopapoko, certainly the likes of Energia as well. Everyone is just so, it's just so strong, the Irish culture, and I think that's also what makes us special, and maybe people don't see that. They probably just see us on the pitch of that, but outside of that, we're very connected to culture.
And it's not even if you're kind of in an environment that isn't all of Gaeilge that you can drop in a couple of vocal.
Yeah.
It's nice, it's broad and shin. Cormac and shin. Tá Sheachtain na Gaeilge Energia tá sé ann do gachine, tá sé ann do gcuine tá fearn, tá sé ann do gcuine tá lífa. Cé fág gapan tú bhfuil Sheachtain na Gaeilge tábhachtach aber do gcuine tá ina cónaí sa Gaeilge nu ag obair trí Gaeilge nu atá lífa hana féin.
Yeah, just solid bragging machine. If world class athleticism is in our DNA, I'm just wondering where I went wrong.
Yes, same.
If I've come from a different planet, I'll take your word for it. But Kim Fall will Sheachtain na Gaeilge tábhachtach the phobal na Gaeilge and the Gaeilge.
Yeah.
Mariol Sheelam lai ahantas sibra hian. We might confidently ní sushka like category on that in Tanga, agus said in Gold Tour. Agus like category on that Sheelam, and this goes to what you were saying, I think. Like category on that yiflicht. Ní chid ein Tangach I Aiden. Hier va lief. La father-in-law eigenlijk. So a line la Sheachtain na Gaeilge. Sure the element fan station sin chulvéin la Jeremy leis la chulvan as a tea. Agus leis an real expression that will roll on acu. Tá difriocht in Aiden. Tá mass an difriocht. Agus tá muid oscailte go difriocht. Agus má chuoining tú sin fan a second. Tá sé sin chótábhacht ní just go Gaeilge, ní just ó híb tangan de. Tá sé tábhachtach the fast yoga tá agus go man actually walk in for thing go fast yoga if tá critiquint hochi so tá dín taco here hella agus tá cuma difriúil orthú nó tá teanga difriúil acu nó tá gnéigsúach difriúil ag daine nó tá sé difriúil bhealaí in éagsúil tá sé sin okay mar tá tuiscint angaine go dúchasach go muide difriúil freisin agus sína mar bhealaí muidir nainge Sweden Prism sin chomá céine go bhfuil luachta chreite ag bhaint sin. So tá sé támata chu go leor bailí sin.
Yeah, agus a rís tá éile ann do gachan agus an méid sin imachtaí ar siúil agus mar luí coppla duine tá sé codas that we're all here. But tá roint imachtaí a bhééis ar siúil ar lína agus roint imachtaí a bhééis ar siúil san Fearhéal, I suppose, so she's the father and Steve Grayson agus ar peg.ie freisin. Sulla bágam sibh, we do this every year that we give our ambassadors a challenge. Some ambassadors do it, some don't. Won't name names. No, okay. But Tom, Yuri, Doolan and Hurti Verfall, I want to give you all a challenge to do during Sheachtain na Gaeilge Energia, if that's okay.
Will there be a test?
Huh? It's pretty early. Senna, you did some commentary as well. Yeah?
Oh,
wow. We didn't even talk about that. I don't know if will you be doing anything during Sheachtain na Gaeilge Energia?
Yes, I will, and let me know what your challenge is.
Your challenge is just to use a cúpla focal.
Awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cúpla focal nuair atá tú ag donna táachtarachta. Shane, tá chlór television nua agat. I want you to mention Sheachtain na Gaeilge somehow in the show. But átaigh sa chlór, yeah. Just Louis Sheachtain na Gaeilge le Energia.
Okay.
If you can do. Okay. Agus Cora probably bhí me chun ceist chuir chlór omlaí ana bas Gaeilge, but that's probably all. Níos mó Gaeilge úsáid ceannas na chlór ceile Sarah beidir.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
Níos mó Gaeilge fós.
Níos mó Gaeilge fós na Energia.
Diad míreach beg an Gaeilge ús ar chula chlór agus so sé sin dianta má hosamach. Yeah, níos mó Gaeilge fós, so sin níos fór, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Gur mí mágad, gnáir galibh le lena féile an bula bus a chuir do Senna chuir.